Hello guys, hope you are doing well. So today we are going to solve this cherry pickup 2 problem. This is recently appeared in Google interview. So one of my friends asked me to do this. So I am going to solve this problem 2D cherry pickup or cherry pickup 2. So you can verify it by going here and seeing the company tag. So it is asked in Google 5 times actually. And recently one of my friend got this problem into his Google interview. Okay, so I am going to solve this problem today. So this problem is given as given a rows cross column matrix grid. Okay, there is a matrix is given representing a field of cherries. Okay, and each cell of that grid have some cherries. Okay, cherries you can say or like some points. Okay, each cell in the grid represents the number of cherries that you can collect. Okay, so you are given a grid 2D matrix, and in each of the matrix cell there are given a cherries number of points, you can say, like number of coins, you can say number of cherries. Okay, you that you need to collect. So and you have two robots that can collect cherries for you. Robot 1 is located at top left corner 0 comma 0, and robot 2 is located at top right corner 0 comma column minus 1. Okay, of the grid. Okay, so one of the robot is located on the 0 comma 0, and another one is located in the 0 into column minus 1, means like top right corner, top left corner and top right corner. Okay, return the maximum number of cherries collection using both the robots by following rules. Okay, so what are the rules? So from a cell I comma j, robot can move to the cell I plus 1 j minus 1. Okay, this is the cell, you can say, like left diagonal, left down diagonal. Okay, left down diagonal. Okay, and I plus 1 j, this is within the same column but down row, next row. And this is I plus 1 j plus 1, right down diagonal. Okay, so either the robot can move left down diagonal in the same column but downwards row, and you can say like right down diagonal. Okay, so robot can move from I comma j to I plus 1 j minus 1 I plus 1 j I plus 1 j plus 1. Okay, so robot can move in three directions actually, each of the robots. So we have two robots. When any robot is passing through a cell, it picks up all the cherries, and then cell becomes empty cell. Okay, when both robots stay in the same cell, only one of them takes the cherries. Both the robot cannot move outside of the grid at any moment. Okay, both robots should reach the bottom row in the grid. Okay, so our like we need to collect maximum number of cherries that we can collect by these two robots. Okay, and these two robots can move as it is given. Okay, and if both the robots are going into the same cell, then only one of the robot can collect the cherries. So how we are going to solve this problem actually? So there are three options to each robot to travels to go down from each row, from each of its position. Suppose one of the robots is standing at I comma j and I1 comma j1, and second one is like I2 comma j2. Okay, so there are like 3 into 3 6 possibility in total. For at every move there are six possibilities. Okay, for let's say like for one robot, one is going to I1 plus 1 j1 minus 1. The second robot can move to all the three possibilities, and for first robots I1 plus 1 j1, second robot can move to its all the three possibilities. Okay, so for each of the possibilities, for the first robot, second robot can move to all the three possibilities. Okay, so there are like six different kind of states we are having. Okay, so we need to capture the result from all those six states at every stage. Okay, so it is like at every stage there are six possibilities at max, and we have to take the path that gives us the maximum cherries. Okay, so here we have to maximize the cherries actually. So this is classical example of dynamic programming problem, or and you can say like memoization. So here I am going to solve this by using memoization. So at each stage we will cache the result if any of the robot is visited that state, and if another robot is going to visit that state, then we can directly use that result. So in this way we are going to solve this problem. Let's directly jump into the code. So first I will need to find row grid dot length and column equal to grid dot equal to 0 dot length. Let's create a 3D array DP, or you can say like memo, and we can initialize it. So what is the what is the size of memo? So the size of memo is like there are all the robots are going to move into all the rows actually, and each column can be assigned to any of the robot. So it is going to be R, comma C, comma C. Okay, let's and then we simply call return pick. You can say, and what are the parameter we can pass? Like first we passed grid, and we are in the first row, 0th row, and the position of the first robot is 0, and the position of the last robot is C minus 1. Okay, so let's implement this pick function. Private int pick int grid int idx1 int int row idx int row int idx1 int idx2. So we'll check here if we have reached to the end row, or like greater than end row, you can say. Means we are, if we are completed all the rows, that we are going to check here. If row is greater than or equal to grid dot length, then we know that we can't collect any cherries, then we simply return 0. Okay, or if we have already calculated this result, if memo row idx1 idx2, then we'll simply return is not equal to null. Memo row idx1 idx2. Okay, and let's make a array direction here. First is like 1 comma minus 1, second is 1 comma 0, and third is 1 comma 1. Okay, if that is not the case, then let's take a variable res equal to 0. We'll collect the cherries from the column grid row comma idx1. We'll check if idx1 is not equal to idx2, or you can name it left and right. That is more clear actually. Let's keep it left and right. Left robot, right robot, you can say. then we can collect grid row comma r as well, and now we'll recur for the next positions, next states. Let's say and for x dir point, we have to move into all the 6 directions actually. So that's why that's what I am doing here. Okay, so
We can keep here, I think. Yeah, we don't need to have this because we are going to move into the same. So we can just make it like 1 minus 1 and 1. Mm, it is going to be 1, where it is going? 1 minus 1 0 plus 1. Okay, so minus 1 0 1. Okay, so here it is x and y, and we'll check here if L plus x is greater than or equal to 0 and L plus x is less than grid 0 dot length, and r plus y is greater than or equal to 0 and r plus y is less than grid 0 dot length. Okay, then only we are going to consider it. Then our answer becomes answer equal to math.max answer comma pick grid row plus 1 L plus x r plus y, and into y it is, and in the end we are going to add this result to our res plus equal to answer, and you can say like we can fill the memo array row L and R equal to res and simply return res. Let's try to run it. Yeah, so it is running perfectly fine. Let's try to check on another input. Let's try to submit it. So it is working successfully fine, perfectly fine. So hope you have enjoyed this video and enjoyed this concept. For more videos like that, do subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching.